Welcome back, everyone. I'm Tier 1 Collections. Today in this video, I'm going to be going over the Galarian Gallery from Crown Zenith and looking at how some of these singles have exploded over the past 2 weeks and the PSA 10 prices are going out of this world. We're going to take a look at the market. I hope you enjoy.
I'm the MVP. Now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant. Need a triple-double. Told him check the stats. Yeah, I got a couple.
Alright, here we are on TCG Player. We're looking at the Galarian Gallery for Crown Zenith. You can see some of the raw prices have already started to explode, and we'll start seeing the raw prices catch up. The main thing that I noticed on this market shift was the PSA 10 prices. Now, the Mewtwo, very popular card, is now the most expensive card in the set. It has doubled its market price. It was about 100, 125 around that area. I mean, shoot, I made a video on a bunch of this stuff, and that was around 125. Maybe 3 weeks ago, and I had sold a PSA 10 of this at maybe 2 weeks ago. So if we look at some of the sold listings, so this is early September. September it was about 400, and I mean this is February. It's been hovering around 300 the entire month of August. Let's see if I can find a sold listing for August in here. I skipped ahead a few. That was March, September. August 360. You can see it's just slowly crept up over the past few weeks. If we go back to page 1, you guys see what it's going for now. One sold today for 525, 530, 500 almost, 485. This one sold yesterday for almost 600, 530. Like, this card is just going crazy. So hop on it while you can. I'm sure the raw prices haven't adjusted completely. So that's Mewtwo. We'll go over a few more here of the big hitters in the set. Next one I want to look at is Suicune. Suicune's still, it's about $5 up from where it was previously. Let's take a look at that card on its own. Let's take a look at its graph. You can see it's just started shooting up from about, it was $35 on August 26th to it's now $42 raw. Obviously, it's not a huge increase, but I mean, that's $7 on a $40 card. That's about, what is that, like 20% close to it? Let's take a look at the PSA 10 price. These things are selling, this was selling for every day of the week at like 120, 110. And now we have a sale yesterday for 270 with 36 bids. One sold for 250. Obviously, this guy didn't get the memo. Sorry. 211 in a different country, 238, 249, 239, 240, like these are not shill bids. Like there's no way. This is just a consistent increase of the price. So this is another great one. If you guys recall, this was in one of my top 10 grading plays for the Suicune and all the legendary dogs. So that's Suicune. Let's take a look at Entei. Entei, let's see, about 180. This was selling for about 100. We eclipsed over 200 here. This one, the Entei and Raikou were always about the same, but they were a little bit less than Suicune. So this one has exploded as well. Yeah, I mean, these are pretty consistent. 180, pretty much everything's over 180. And you can see August 22nd, this was 115. It's basically close to doubled in price so far. And I don't know if it's going to keep going up, but I just want to make this so you guys can see. Let's take a look at Raikou before we move on. GG41, right? Raikou's about the same. Oh, wow, we had one at 250 yesterday. Holy. Raikou's my favorite one. I think Raikou's the coolest legendary dog. We had somebody, again, who didn't get the memo. It's the same guy. He probably just didn't check the price. But look, August 16th, this was 115. I had a ton of these. I had like a whole submission of these legendary dogs that I sold. Most of the 10s for around $100. So we could see this is just a steady increase of pricing on these dogs here. So we'll move on to the next. So we have Deoxys. This is insane that this card is 170 in a 10. We have another one that sold today. Looks like the guy didn't get the memo. This has been about 50 to 75 bucks for the illustration rare of the base Deoxys, not the Deoxys VMAX. And then we have another sale yesterday at 160. This card raw is not even. I'm gonna have to. Let's see where it is. Okay, $10. It is $10. And this card's just skyrocketed. So definitely take a look at this one. This is a really good grading play for your bulk submissions. I mean, a $10 card turning into a $170 card is absolutely insane. So take a look at this one. I'm sure you guys know this, but Mew is about 40 bucks, 42 bucks. Let's see how the market has adjusted. So it was about 30 about 2.5 weeks ago. It has now jumped up to $43. And then we look at the PSA 10 price. Late August, it was about 300. So this was always a solid grading play. It's about 300, 270, 250. And that's kind of where it hung out for about the entire summer. But if we want to look at what it's selling for now, it's going for about 360. One sold for 400, 380, 350. Like, this card is obviously steadily going up, and the raw price is following that. This is another insane one that we want to look at. This is not quite as good of a play as the Deoxys, but $40 card to turn it into a 360 is pretty good. These are actually pretty easy to grade because of the yellow border. It makes it easier to see stuff. It's much easier than the silver border Scarlet and Violet illustration rares. So that's the Mew. We'll move on to the next. All right, next up is Leafeon. This card, I don't know what happened. I was buying this card in July for 30 bucks. I guess maybe I got lucky, but TCG Player has it around bottom 40s, low 40s. This is about to hit $50 raw. It looks like some of the cheapest ones are up or 60 bucks. But I sold this card. I sold this in the Glaceon pairing. It was actually in a PSA return recently for me. You guys saw for 100 bucks. I think it was 105 exactly. You can see that it has doubled in price. It is literally doubled. Leafeon. I'll double check Glaceon as well. I'm assuming it's very similar, but the Eeveelutions here, these are pretty cool cards. So Glaceon's not as much. The Leafeon has definitely taken over a little bit more, but if I had to guess, I think Glaceon is next. Let's double check Glaceon here on TCG Player. Oh, it's right here. Just double check. It's about the same price raw, not quite reaching the same premium that Leafeon is yet, but we're seeing a steady increase here. We haven't had any sold listings today. Let's see if we can see any active listings on bid for Glaceon. Yeah, we have one at 165 here from ZNG. So another one that's exploding. Take a look. All right, this is a good one because I messed up on this card. I actually just sold it for $415. We can see right now there's one on bid for $460. I just had this in a recent return. I don't even want to. This is probably gonna hurt me a little bit. Oh man, yeah. I mean, $520. Wow, $465, $470. You can just see that it's steadily increasing here. And then if you take a look at this graph, I mean, look at this from July. It was at 150, and now it's up 50 bucks. It's at 200 bucks now raw. So it's not just the smaller cards. It's pretty much every card in Crown Zenith. It's just exploding. This is really crazy. I really wish I didn't sell this recently, but it happens. It happens. Here's another one. This is a really cool card. Simisear. I actually have one of these sitting back there. I might actually sell it now, but it had been sitting at 75 bucks in a 10 for a while, and now it is eclipsed over 100. These are Japanese here, and that's old listings as well. But we're seeing everything go, 112, 120, 120, 125, 115. Japanese. Yeah, so, I mean, the most recent sale that was in the United States was 125 bucks. It's just $50 higher than the previous. And, I mean, some of these cards, I don't know what this is raw here. 27, we're looking at about 24 bucks market price. And it's basically went up 10 bucks since middle of July when I purchased a bunch of these around this time, and they've just steady climb up. I mean, look at this graph. Like, you're just not seeing this on a lot of stuff right now. I'm not sure what is causing this jump, but it's pretty much the entire set. All right, this one's insane too. Pikachu, middle of July was about 10 bucks. It's now close to 20. It's nearing 20. And get ready for this. We had one sell today for 210, but yesterday on bid 305, 300, 290, 300, 250, 270. This is insane. Yeah, I mean this was about $125 card in a 10 for the longest time. I can't believe it took me this long to catch this. But I mean, this thing is more than doubled in price. I mean, the fact that this is going on bid for 305, it's insanity. Take a look at this card. All right, I hope that gives you a good idea. There's so many of them. The ones that I showed in this video, it's pretty much every single card in the set that's exploding right now. Just please take a look. Go look at your local shops. Go look at card shows. There's no way that all of these raw prices are updated. They have been the same price since basically the Pokemon boom in like February and March of this year. And they're just literally doubled in price in 2 weeks. So go look for these cards. Let me know what you find in the Discord. Drop them in the comments if you need help with anything. If you find any other cool grading plays, please make sure to let me know. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
I'm the MVP. Now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant. Need a triple double. Told him check the stats.